In this video, we're going to learn how to run the account transactions report and why it is useful. Oftentimes, as a business owner, you need to see what transactions have been coded to certain chart of account codes. The best report for this is the account transactions report, which we saw when drilling down into the figures in the profit and loss and balance sheet. However, we can run the account transactions reports at any time independently. To do this, we go to Accounting, Reports, go down to the Accounting column, Account Transactions. In the Accounts drop-down, you search and select the code you want to see transactions for. Then you choose the date range, either from presets in the drop-down here, or by selecting a date range here. For example, if I wanted to search for everything coded to my sales codes in the last quarter, I select the sales codes, then last quarter, and then click Update. And here we have the transactions under each code in date order. The columns show the amount per line GST exclusive, a running balance, the GST inclusive amount, and the amount of GST. At the bottom here, we have a total line for each column. And right at the bottom, this final line here shows the overall totals. The running balance figure here shows the total amount GST exclusive, and this figure is GST inclusive. If I want to see the breakdown of sales for a particular contact, I can rearrange things so all transactions under a contact are grouped together by clicking on this description column and then clicking Update. Then I can export this report to Excel and delete the other transactions. The report is especially useful when you have mutual chart of account codes. Say, for example, you sell a product at a markup and you want to check that you are indeed making a profit. You can run the account transactions report and compare the purchase code for that product with the sales code for that product. So for this example, I'm going to compare the purchases for corporate catering to my sales for corporate catering. So I select both the accounts and click Update. And here are my purchase transactions. And here are my sales. And I can see my expenses were $3,068.33. And my sales were $3,640. So I can see I'm making a slight profit of $571.80 in this quarter for these mutual codes. As with all reports in Xero, the report defaults to the accrual method. So if you want to see transactions in terms of cash paid and received, you click Report Settings, click the Cash Radio button, and then click Update. You can also rearrange how the report displays and what columns it shows by clicking the Report Settings link. You can choose how the transactions are grouped here. You can also choose what columns you want to show by selecting these boxes. For example, if you don't need to see the GST amount column, you can choose not to by deselecting this box and then click Update. You can also drag and drop columns to rearrange their order. So for example, I prefer the running balance to be the last column, so I drag and drop to rearrange. In the report settings, you can also run the report by tracking options like so. So to recap, the Account Transactions Report is a great tool to find transactions coded under certain codes and can be exported to Excel or Google for further editing.